Few matchups in combat sports history have ignited the world like Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. When their fight at UFC 229 on October 6, 2018, was announced, it sent shockwaves through the MMA community, promising a collision of skill, charisma, and raw animosity. This wasn't just a fight. It was a cultural phenomenon, pitting Ireland's brash superstar against Dagestan's stoic warrior. With a rivalry fueled by personal insults, national pride, and clashing ideals, the stakes transcended the Octagon, drawing millions to witness a battle that would reshape the UFC's legacy. From Khabib's unrelenting dominance to McGregor's polarizing showmanship, their feud became a defining chapter in mixed martial arts, blending sport, drama, and human struggle. Join us as we unravel the epic saga of two titans whose clash left an indelible mark on the fight game. Roots of greatness: Khabib's Dagestani discipline. Born on September 20, 1988, in Sildi, Dagestan, Khabib Nurmagomedov grew up in a rugged mountain village where combat was a way of life. His father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, a decorated judo and sambo champion, instilled a relentless work ethic in his son from an early age. Khabib's childhood was defined by discipline, training alongside his siblings in a makeshift gym under Abdulmanap's watchful eye. By age 9, he was grappling with peers and even a bear cub, a now legendary tale that underscored his fearless spirit. This wasn't mere play. It was preparation for a life of combat. Khabib's training regimen blended freestyle wrestling, judo, and combat sambo, forging a grappling style that would later dominate the UFC. His amateur career was staggering, with over 300 bouts and multiple sambo world championships. Abdulmanap's philosophy, rooted in respect, faith, and perseverance, shaped Khabib's approach, emphasizing mental toughness as much as physical prowess. "My father taught me that losing is not the end," Khabib later said. "It's a lesson to grow stronger." This mindset carried him through grueling sessions in Dagestan's harsh terrain, where he honed the relentless pressure that became his trademark. Khabib's professional MMA debut in 2008 marked the start of an unbeaten streak that would define his career. Competing in regional promotions, he racked up finishes with a blend of suffocating grappling and precise striking, catching the UFC's eye. His 2012 UFC debut against Kamal Shalaris ended in a third-round submission, signaling the arrival of a new force in the lightweight division. Fight by fight, Khabib's dominance grew, his 29-0 record a testament to his preparation and unyielding will. Conor's Irish ascent, from plumber to phenom. Across the globe, Conor McGregor was carving his own path. Born on July 14, 1988, in Crumlin, Dublin, McGregor grew up in a working-class suburb of Lucan, where dreams of greatness clashed with everyday struggles. As a boy, he was drawn to soccer and martial arts, inspired by icons like Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee. "I always knew I'd be a fighter," McGregor recalled. "I could feel it in my bones." Yet, his early years were far from glamorous. Juggling a plumbing apprenticeship with financial woes, he faced skepticism from those who saw his ambitions as a pipe dream. McGregor's MMA journey began in 2008 with a regional bout in Ireland. His early career was a roller coaster, marked by knockouts and setbacks, including a 2008 submission loss to Artem Saitnkov that tested his resolve. "Every loss taught me something," McGregor later said. "It made me hungrier." His striking, honed through boxing and taekwondo, became his calling card, delivering highlight reel knockouts. By 2013, McGregor's charisma and talent earned him a UFC contract, and his debut knockout of Marcus Brimage announced a star in the making. McGregor's rise was meteoric. His 2015 knockout of Chad Mendes earned him the interim featherweight title, followed by a 13-second KO of Jose Aldo to unify the belt. In 2016, he captured the lightweight title against Eddie Alvarez, becoming the UFC's first simultaneous two-division champion. McGregor's brash persona, complete with tailored suits, trash talk, and a knack for selling pay-per-views, made him a global icon. Yet, his success came with controversy. including legal troubles like a 2018 arrest for assault and criminal mischief after a bus attack at UFC 223, an incident tied to his feud with Khabib. The spark of rivalry, a clash of worlds. The seeds of the Khabib-McGregor rivalry were sown long before their fight was official. By 2016, both were lightweight elites, with Khabib's grappling dominance contrasting McGregor's striking flair. Their paths seemed destined to cross, but tensions erupted outside the Octagon. In April 2018, Khabib confronted McGregor's teammate Artem Lobov at a hotel, a heated exchange rooted in Lobov's dismissive comments about Khabib. The altercation, captured on video, escalated to bad blood, with Khabib's crew standing united in a show of loyalty. "If one of us goes to war, we all go," Khabib later explained, reflecting Dagestani values of brotherhood. McGregor retaliated days later at UFC 223, where Khabib was set to fight for the vacant lightweight title. In a shocking act, McGregor and his entourage stormed a Brooklyn arena, hurling a dolly through a bus window carrying Khabib and other fighters. The chaos, born of McGregor's fury over the Lobov incident, resulted in injuries and McGregor's arrest. The incident supercharged their rivalry, turning a professional matchup into a deeply personal vendetta. Khabib, who won the title that night against Al Iaquinta, saw McGregor's actions as an affront to honor, while McGregor framed it as defending his crew. The UFC, sensing a pay-per-view goldmine, booked Khabib versus McGregor for UFC 229. The buildup was unlike anything MMA had seen. Press conferences crackled with venom, as McGregor unleashed a barrage of insults, mocking Khabib's culture, faith, and family. Khabib, typically reserved, responded with quiet intensity, vowing to make him humble. The feud transcended sport, embodying a clash of identities. Ireland's flamboyant showman versus Dagestan's disciplined warrior, with 6 million Irish fans pitted against Russia's 150 million. The world was hooked. UFC 229, the fight that changed everything. On fight night, the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas buzzed with anticipation. Khabib, defending his lightweight title, entered with a steely focus, his 26-0 record a looming threat. McGregor, returning after a 2-year MMA hiatus following his boxing match with Floyd Mayweather, exuded confidence, his 21-3 record backed by knockout power. The contrast was stark. Khabib's smothering ground game versus McGregor's precision striking, discipline versus bravado. The fight was a masterclass in Khabib's dominance. From the opening bell, he pressured McGregor, landing a rare overhand right in round 2 that dropped the Irishman, a moment that stunned fans. Khabib's grappling took over, grinding McGregor down with relentless control. In round 4, Khabib secured a neck crank, forcing McGregor to tap out at 3:03. The victory was decisive, improving Khabib's record to 27-0 and cementing his status as an all-time great. But the fight's aftermath overshadowed the result. Moments after the tap, Khabib vaulted the cage, attacking McGregor's teammate Dylan Dennis, sparking a brawl that saw arrests and suspensions. McGregor's crew clashed with Khabib's, turning the Octagon into chaos. The incident, while controversial, amplified the fight's cultural impact, drawing 2.4 million pay-per-view buys, the most in UFC history at the time. Critics condemned the melee, but for fans, it underscored the raw emotion of the rivalry, a transformative legacy. The Khabib-McGregor feud wasn't just a fight. It was a seismic event that reshaped MMA. The UFC's global profile soared, proving the sport could produce superstars on par with soccer's Lionel Messi or basketball's LeBron James. McGregor's charisma and Khabib's authenticity showed how personal narratives, fueled by talent and animosity, could captivate a mainstream audience. The rivalry's financial success, with over $150 million in revenue, set a new standard for pay-per-view events, paving the way for future blockbusters. For Khabib, the win solidified his legacy. He retired in 2020 with a perfect 29-0 record, having defended his title against Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje. His influence endures through his coaching, with students like Islam Makhachev carrying his torch. McGregor, despite the loss, remained a cultural juggernaut, returning to face Poirier and others while expanding his business empire. His legal troubles and injuries have slowed his career, but his impact on MMA's growth is undeniable. The rivalry's cultural significance lies in its clash of ideals. Khabib represented discipline, faith, and collectivism, rooted in Dagestan's traditions. McGregor embodied individualism, ambition, and spectacle, a product of Ireland's underdog spirit. Their feud sparked debates about respect, masculinity, and the role of trash talk in sports, resonating far beyond the cage. It also highlighted MMA's ability to bridge cultures, uniting fans from Dublin to Dagestan in a shared passion for competition. The fight's lasting echoes. Years later, Khabib versus McGregor remains a benchmark for MMA rivalries. No feud has matched its intensity or impact, though fighters like John Jones and Daniel Cormier come close. The fight exposed the sport's raw humanity. Two men, driven by pride and principle, laying everything on the line. For Khabib, it was about honor. For McGregor, legacy. Their story showed that MMA is more than violence. It's a canvas for human struggle, ambition, and redemption. The rivalry also transformed the UFC's business model. The sport's mainstream appeal grew, attracting sponsors, broadcasters, and casual fans. McGregor's blueprint for self-promotion became a playbook for fighters, while Khabib's authenticity inspired a new generation to value substance over flash. Social media amplified the feud, with hashtags and memes keeping it alive long after the final bell. A clash for the ages. Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor didn't just fight, they redefined what a fight could be. Their rivalry was a perfect storm of skill, personality, and stakes, capturing the world's imagination. From Dagestan's mountains to Dublin's streets, their paths converged in a moment that changed MMA forever. As Khabib said, "This was more than a fight. It was my life." For McGregor, it was a chance to cement his legend, win or lose. What's your take on this iconic showdown? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more epic MMA stories. The Octagon's greatest moments await, and we're just getting started. See you next time.